Alright guys, I'm going to do one more video of this example 8, just because otherwise it's a lot of me talking and you listening. I'll end up doing examples 9 and 10. I'll do a really thorough worked example of those, so I'll upload that, but we'll just do number 8 to finish. Okay, so it says to solve the pair of simultaneous equations using the substitution method. Okay, so again, we're going to end up with a coordinate of where these two lines are going to meet. Now, according to our last video, the first thing we need to do is label our equations. So this is going to be our first equation, and this is our second equation. Okay, and we can use the substitution method because we have one of the equations with a variable on its own. So number 1, we've got the y on its own, so we can use the substitution method. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is instead of y in our second equation, we're going to write 3x minus 7, okay? So we're going to, like we did in the other one, substitute our first equation into the second equation. So let's rewrite the second equation, 2x minus 5. Now remember, instead of y, we're going to do 3x minus 7, okay, equals 48. Okay, now we're just going to solve it. So we need to expand these brackets a bit. So we've got 2x, so we've got minus 5 times 3x, so we've got minus 15x. And we've got minus 5 times negative 7, so that would be a negative and a negative is a plus, 35 equals 48. Okay, we've got two terms here with an x in it. So 2x minus 15x is negative 13x plus 35 equals 48. Okay, we're going to get rid of the 35 by subtracting 35 to both sides. So minus 13x equals 48 minus 35. What does that give us? 13. Good. So, to get rid of that negative 13 next to the x, we need to divide by negative 13 to both sides. So therefore, x, that cancels out, equals a positive divided by a negative is a negative, and 13 divided by 13 is 1. So x is negative 1. Alright, so we're trying to find coordinates, and our x is going to be negative 1. We've still got to find y. So what we're going to do is sub x equals negative 1 into our first equation. Okay, so y equals, let me just get some colours here. So instead of x, we're going to put negative 1. Okay, so hopefully this is colour coordinated nicely for you. Okay, our first equation, which is 3x minus 7, instead of the x, we're going to put the negative 1. Okay, so y equals 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. Minus 3 minus 1 is negative 4. So therefore, y equals negative 4. Okay, so we can write that down here. So when x is negative 1, y is negative 4, that's when these two lines are going to cross. Okay, that is the solution. Alrighty.